So are you a brand new agent and you're just looking for some really good advice? Well, I've got it just for you. Hey everybody, it's Jared Hill, your educational agent over here at eXp Realty. And today I'm talking to my newly licensed agents, my folks that are brand new in the game. This is for the folks that may have just gotten a license, but they're looking for all of the advice that they can get. That way they can grow the business that they love. But look, before we really get into it, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That way, every time I release a new video, you'll be in the know, you'll be connected. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, okay? That lets the folks at YouTube know that you're finding value in these videos. Cool? So folks tend to DM me about getting into real estate, or they may be in real estate school and they're looking for advice that I might have for brand new agents. So what I did was put together this 8-video series that breaks down what it is that I share with the agents that I've helped and coached over the years. And I'm going to have them all right here on my channel anytime you need. So again, make sure that you subscribe. That way you're always aware of what it is that you may need to know. Okay, so you got your real estate license, and kudos to you for passing that exam, because I know for a fact that that was no easy feat. You probably spent a lot of time studying, and you might have taken it 1 or 2 or 3 times, but you know what? You got it done. You got it done. And now you're a licensed real estate agent. But now that you got the license, what do you do now? Like seriously, do you have any idea on where you need to get started? For me, it may have been about a decade ago, but I remember exactly how it feels starting off in a brand new career. You're excited, but you still don't know exactly what you need to be focusing on. So here's what you need to start thinking about when you become an agent. First things first, you need a brokerage. In most states, in order to practice real estate, you have to hang your license with a brokerage. And yeah, there's about 1 million firms out there to choose from. So that part alone can be very overwhelming. Do you go with the boutique brokerage? Do you go with the brokerage that has the most offices? Do you go with the firm that your cousin from down the street starting because you want to support him? Do you go with the brokerage that has the splits? Do you go with the brokerage that has the 100% commission? I'll admit, it can be a lot of pressure just to figure it all out just to get going. But one thing that you need to know, none of it's permanent. Sometimes you don't know if something is a good fit for you until you know it's not a good fit for you. And often you won't know that until you try it out. I've spoken to agents that have been to 1 or 2 firms their entire career. Then again, I've talked to agents that have been at every firm in the book. Now, I've switched before, but that's because I'm kind of a numbers guy. I saw some stuff that I couldn't unsee. So I've been over here at the Agent First group at eXp for about 3 years now, and I absolutely love it. But I'm glad that I've had the experiences that I've had so that I can see what's out there and know exactly what's going to be the best fit for me and the direction that I wanted to go. And at the end of the day, I really just want to give you a few things that you really should think about. When you're going and interviewing with these brokerages, you really want to take the time to flesh out whether or not they're giving you what you actually need. And I don't care if it's 100% brokerage that's going to let you keep all of your commissions. They are still going to benefit by you being there. So you want to make sure that that situation is going to be a good fit. And I want to share a few points that I want you to touch on when you're having these interviews. The very first thing is that you need to know the structure of the brokerage. Is the firm a traditional brokerage, meaning that it's a brick and mortar place where they have offices and things like that? Or is it a cloud-based brokerage? I'm part of a cloud-based brokerage, and that pretty much means that eXp Realty has like a virtual metaverse to support their agents on an on-demand basis. Like I can get whatever I need without having to drive into a physical office. And that's where you can go and get trainings and all sorts of things like that. So you want to be clear on what that looks like. Also, when you think about the structure of a brokerage, you want to be clear on what the fees and the splits are. And there are all types of structures out there. Like I said before, you've got brokerages that will give you 100% commission where they only take a transaction fee. You have some firms that are on an 80-20 split. You got other firms that are on a 50-50 split. So you want to make sure you completely understand what those splits are and know what the support that you're going to get with those splits. Now, I've got to stop here and say that when I first started out, I was in the mindset like, wherever I go, I need to get 100% commission. I need all of my money. But one thing that I had to understand is that 100% of nothing is nothing. So I'm going to encourage you, yes, go out and do your due diligence. Check out those 100% commission firms, but don't turn your nose down to brokerages that are offering a split. Because usually with those splits, it comes with certain levels of support certain levels of resources and services that go along with it as well. Because at the end of the day, you do want to generate sustainable business and be at a firm that provides you the training or the resources that you need to be able to do so. And that leads into the next thing that I want to make sure you touch on when you're interviewing firms. What does the support look like? Now, as a new agent, one of the hardest mindsets to adopt is that now you are a business owner. Typically, you are self-employed and you don't have a boss per se. You are the boss. But even still, you want to make sure that you still have access to the support that you need to build your business to reach the goals that you've set for yourself successfully. So you'll want to make sure that you take the time to find out what kind of trainings do they have? How accessible is the broker or the trainer whenever you may have questions or need support? Is there a mentorship program in place? And if so, what can I expect from the mentor and what costs are associated with that? I know a lot of people at a lot of brokerages that offer mentorship programs, and there'll be agents that'll be surprised to know that there's a cost. But let me just tell you, time is money, right? And these mentors are taking time away from building their businesses to help you in building yours. So just don't be alarmed if there's some sort of compensation for them taking the time to help you so much. Because trust me, at the end of the day, those few dollars that you may spend in getting through your first few deals is going to be incomparable to understanding how to do the business correctly. And you'll get experience that you can carry with you as you elevate and excel in your real estate career. Now, the next thing that I want you to think about when you're choosing a brokerage and you're sitting down, you're having these interviews is, what is the culture like? Like, what exactly do they believe in? You might have team members or group members that you're going to be working with. So you want to understand what that culture is like when you're dealing with them on a consistent basis. Now, I know for myself, I'll meet up with my group and my team all of the time. And our vision and our culture is articulated immensely in all of our marketing and things like that. Even though I've got team members in other states, I know that the culture that they have matches the culture of Jared. So it's a great fit. But I've had agents at other firms tell me the exact opposite, right? Where things look good on paper, but there were just some cultural things that just weren't a good fit. So they made the decision to step away from those brokerages. And here's the last thing that you need to think about when you're selecting a broker. You'll want to have a really honest conversation with yourself, because yes, you want to be in a place where the environment is going to prime you for success. But I need to remind y'all that your success is still primarily up to you. You should have support, but no one's going to wake you up and hold your hand and walk you through every single step. You got to take a little bit of initiative. Let me take that back. You're going to have to take a lot of initiative. But no question about it, you should also have the resources and the support whenever you need or want it. You do want to make sure that the place that you choose to hang your license does still give you the tools and the strategies that you're going to need. You want to make sure that your broker is knowledgeable, so when you have questions, you've got somebody that can guide you along the way. But just don't discount how important it is to still have that initiative in taking control of the trajectory and the direction that you want your business to go. I know you're excited because you just got your license and you're doing these big, wonderful things, and choosing the right brokerage is the start of it. But first, you have to make the decision and choose that you're going to give it your all, because this is your business, all right? Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you're not already subscribed to my channel, like, what are we doing? Go ahead and subscribe. And do you see that thumb down below? Go ahead and like this too. Listen, I've been exactly where you are. Excited to get going, but not completely sure what I really needed to do. And I'll honestly tell you, I've bumped my head a few times along the way, but I've grown my business at every step. Sold a lot of homes, but more important than that, I've been able to connect with agents and help them grow in a business that I really love. And I know for a fact that you can too. And I will see you next week, because I'll be sharing my second piece of advice for brand new agents.